Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 22 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. We are back again for another episode. It's episode 61, and in today's episode we're going to be carrying on with the weekend league. We are currently 2 and 3 in the weekend league. We started off very slowly with literally 0 and 2, which obviously wasn't great, or 1 2 should I say. Getting 2 rage quits from myself. I just thought, you know what, let's get out the games because I wanted to do it as quickly as possible, and then we got the 2 wins and then lost the last game because again we quit for sort of time purposes. I wanted to just get through the games. So this is the first game that we're going to play in this episode. He's got himself a baby Hernandez, he's got the likes of Dybala, he's got the SBC Insigne. That's something that I sort of want to focus on in this episode. Well, just this game in general. Obviously recently we've seen a lot of players from the Serie A get some decent cards. Obviously as a starter squad perspective as well, we actually got some quite decent cards this year. You know, the Barellas, the Kessis, obviously Theo Hernandez. You know, there's some actually really decent sort of hidden, well, I'd say hidden gems as well, with the likes of Alejandro Gomez. There's quite a few decent cards in the Serie A this year, and obviously it might maybe tempt a few people to change their teams. Obviously with these players coming out from the Serie A, for example, you know, the Insigne card, you can just get a link at left back, for example. I don't really know, it's Italian or a strong linked in, but that's sort of what you need in a 4-5-1 or something. You can get him on Chem. Obviously a Napoli left back. I don't think there is one. I mean, I think there's Gulam, but that's literally about it, or Mario Rui. So if one of them gets an inform, obviously that will help, or some sort of special card anyway. But yeah, so we do end up losing that first game, and we're just going to move on into the next one. And in this one we do go 1-0 up, and it's going to be Riyad Mahrez to get the first goal. As you can see there, the flashback item. Then we're going to push forward in the second half. Literally the 62nd minute now. We'll push the ball over to Mahrez, who's going to do a couple of skills, get us quite lucky to keep the ball. We then get the ball off the Ice Gym himself into Mohamed Salah, and he's going to take the strike on his weaker foot to get the goal there, to put us 2-0 up inside the 60-ish 65th minute, something like that. And then we're going to score another goal. This time again, of course, it's Mo Salah again on his weaker foot as well. Obviously it's a tap in from like 3 yards out, but obviously he could have still got there, and it's quite decent to see Salah scoring all these goals. He's literally ridiculous. He's one of the best players in the game in my opinion. Obviously it cost us only 500k as well, so it's quite a decent investment for us, and obviously it's paid off quite well. He's genuinely could have been terrible, but he's actually quite good. Now the next thing that you see, he scores a very jamming goal, but luckily enough we are 3-1 up at the 3-0 up at that point, so obviously we will take that, and then we literally just push straight through away from kickoff. We're going to take a strike on literally a half volley there with the boy Harry Kane to put us 4-1 up, and that's a fantastic finish on his weaker foot as well. Harry Kane, you know, he's got the ability to shoot from anywhere, and it's going to go in most of the time. Obviously having the big shooting stat that he's got of like 95 finish or whatever it is, obviously as well as long shots as well, which is quite key. So now moving on into the next game then, we're obviously going to try and push through straight away and get the first goal, and we do just that. Again, it's Mo Salah, this time on his stronger foot. It's showing that he can, you know, shoot on his left, shoot on his right, he can do everything. He's absolutely insane. So we do go 1 up inside those 12 minutes, and then we're going to push through again. Literally 3 minutes later, we pick the ball with Rahid, but he's anyway, Mahrez picked up the ball. He finds then Mo Salah with a cheeky little, what do you call it, a fake shot, sort of shot cancel, that's what I meant to say. As you can see there, we do a little one, you can't really see it, but I did do a shot cancel there, and that's what made the keeper dive. So we do go 2-0 up, and then he gets a very jammy goal there from Mbappe, but you know, it is what it is. We're still winning the game, and hopefully we can come away with the win in this one. Obviously we're only 28 minutes in. We did have a 2-goal lead, so you thought, you know what, we're probably quite decent in this game to go and get the win, but literally like 6 or 7 minutes after his first goal, he's going to go get a second one. This time it's going to be through a baby Sammy Eto'o. He does the same celebration again, obviously trying to be toxic. So obviously it's now back to 2-2, and we are now level in this game. So unfortunately we've got absolutely everything to do, and obviously we'll now move on. Literally again 4 minutes later, goals have been quite sort of frequent in sort of the way that they've been scored, and this one it's going to go in as well. It's Kylian Mbappe again to make it 3-2 this time, so he's now winning the game. We were 2-0 up, cruising inside 20 minutes. He's completely turned the game around in the same half as well. So then Harry Kane's going to pick the ball up, he gets a nice little touch on it, he finds Mo Salah, he does a La Croqueta, he's going to do a couple of turns, fake shot, goal, get in there. Honestly, Mo Salah, What a player. So he brings it back to 3-0, and then we're going to obviously try to push to the winner. It's Mo Salah once again. He's in the box, he takes the strike, and there's no stopping that. I don't care if the keeper's diving, he's not going to get to it ever. So we're now 4-3 up in this game and absolutely loving it. But then literally a couple of minutes later, Mbappe's going to score again, and it's just such a jammy, not really jammy, but it is. I mean, I tackled him about 5 or 6 times. Obviously McIntosh had the last bite of the cherry, didn't work out, and he's obviously gone and got himself a goal there. But then once to watch Marlon, who's on as a sub, takes the shot, gets a goal, he gets around the keeper as well. You love to see it. Obviously he's now got an upgrade on his card, now being 83 rated, so I chucked him on my bench and thought, you know what, let's give him a go. Literally the first game we used him, he's obviously got himself a goal, which is brilliant. And then we give ourselves a penalty away in the 118th, which he does slot away with baby Sammy Eto'o. So he's now pulled back all the way to 5-5, and he's going to go to a penalty shootout. So we're going to step up with Mo Salah to take the first one, and it's been missed. That is something I didn't expect. I didn't expect that to happen. You know, it's a player of the month for Marseille. Should be burying that. I didn't put it off target or anything. And then he goes and scores his penalty. So it's now 1-0 to him, which is not great. Obviously, he's got the advantage as well. We then step up with Marlon. He smashes it down the sort of middle left of the goal. So it's now back to 1-1, but he's still got the advantage, to which we save. Brilliant save. We're still back at 1-1, and now it's no advantage. We then step up with Fekir. We score. We've got the advantage now. He has to score to level it up with Kylian Mbappe. Is he going to do that? No, he's not. He's not. He puts it straight down the middle, and we save it. So we are winning the shootout, and then we're going to push through with Mahrez. It's saved, unfortunately. So we are back still at 2-1. So he's still got the advantage unless he scores here, which he does. So we're now level in the shootout. Quite a funny pattern how it's happened. So then we're going to push through with the boy Bergwijn, and he misses. It's the post. Golachi saves. We then get the chance to save it, and we do, and we're still in the shootout. We're then going to step up with Kyle Walker. What's he going to do? Is he going to score? No, it goes down the middle and it's saved. The keeper didn't move. Who's going to be up next? Well, it's going to be again Kyle Walker for his team. He steps up and it's saved once more. Same down the middle. You love to see that. Now Virgil's going to step up, my centre back. He goes and misses. So I'm like, great, we've got to save this now. It's another, you know, it's another sort of sudden death penalty, and this time he scores. So unfortunately, we are going to be losing that game on a penalty shootout. It's another like penalty shoot that I've lost this year. I've hardly won any shootouts this year. Not like I've had many to take in either. I've literally had probably like 5, 6, 7 penalty shootouts this whole entire game for FUT Champs. I mean, looking at these stats as well, 8.2 expected goals to, he's like 2. It's ridiculous. I should have won the game in normal time. I didn't, obviously, with some terrible mistakes. So then we're going to move on into the next game. Fresh off the back of that loss, we come up against this team, and I'm thinking, please, for the love of God, we should be getting a free win here. It's a full gold team, fair enough, but it's all non-rare. There's like no chemistry. So I'm thinking, please, all I have to do is run forward and score. So we're going to try and do that with Harry Kane, who, let's be honest, isn't the quickest. He tackles me. He's also paused it. He's booted out of play. And guess what's going to happen? He's going to go and quit. And honestly, I couldn't have been more infuriated. Obviously, off the back of a penalty shootout loss as well, this was obviously the last thing that I needed to get another sort of game where, you know, we could have got a free win, but he decided not to and just quit out the game. So thanks for that. That's really helpful. So we're going to move on into the next one, and hopefully we can put things right in this one. This time he's got himself a Chong, who's a very good SBC. Still, maybe, you know, he's tempting me a little bit. I'm thinking about doing the championship objective. It's just kind of a pain, to be honest with you. Obviously playing 10 squad battle games, it's just something that I'm not interested in. But obviously they are quite decent cards. Obviously Cavallero, I believe it is, the man that plays for Fulham, he will link to Bernardo Silva and stuff, and even possibly like a Ronaldo if we pack him or if we buy him. So there's a few decent options that we could do. Obviously then he can link into Lorient, and then we can obviously get the centre back and left back, which are Davis and is it Max Lowe, I think, from Derby. So then we can get them, and you know, it might work, but I just don't know. And obviously as well we've got Troy Deeney, but he's not going to play, let's be honest. He's just not going to play. He probably might go on the bench at some point after we've done like the champs things, for getting 200 games played with a full rare gold team, I think it is. It's something like that, and then obviously get like a 125k pack for that, so we kind of need to do that first, and then we'll put Deeney on and have a bit of fun. So as you can see, we are 2-1 up in the 50th minute. He's going to get the ball taken off him by Mo Salah. What's he going to do? He's going to get round the defence. He's pushing through. It's 2v1. We square it across. We make a little sweaty. But do you know what? I kind of needed that. And obviously, I kind of feel like I deserve to like play the sweaty there after the last couple of games. So, you know, we'll take it. And then we do go around the keeper again. And it's Mo Salah to get another goal. He's just absolutely on fire at the minute. And we are 4-1 up in this game because of him. And then we're going to push through again, and look who it is again. It's Mo Salah. He's breaking the lines, breaking through. He's going to not even shoot there. We're just going to twist, turn. I mean, what is he doing? I'll tell you what he's doing. He's scoring, and it's absolutely incredible. And it's now 5-1. And we're doing it, winning the game 5-1, which is brilliant to see. Just what a player. He's literally the best player I've used this year by far. And I've used Neymar. I've used Messi. I've used Ronaldo. He is ridiculous. Unfortunately, he's not got the 5-star skills. That is the only like concern that I have about the card. If he did have 5-star skills, literally one of the best players on the game by far. He's just incredible. So now we're going to move on, fresh off the back of a win, and hopefully we can get a win in this one. And we do go 1-0. Look, Mohamed Salah chipping the goalkeeper inside the first 10 minutes of the game, which you'd love to see. He's just so good, like I've been saying this whole episode and this whole time that I've had the card. I've never changed the view on him. He's been absolutely insane for me. But then Van Bergen is going to play it back into Chong, and he's got himself an equaliser inside the 17 minutes that we have played so far. So now we've obviously got it all to do. It's back to 1-1, and we need to get the next goal. Can we get that one? Well, yes, we can. It's Harry Kane's poke on from literally like 7 or 8 yards out, and we'll take that 100%. But then it's the 3-on-2, which is going to go and score, and it's actually Daniel Marlin. He's once the watch card that's going to score against me this time instead of scoring for me, and it's back to 2-0 once more. So we're now obviously drawn in the game, and hopefully in the second half we can mount to something a little bit bigger and hopefully get a win. But unfortunately, we're going to concede one of the worst goals I think I've conceded this whole year. So now 3-2 down, and he's actually going to make it 4-2 as well. Van Bergen, the silver card, who's still on the pitch, he gets very jammed with a couple of knocks and bounces and stuff, but at the end of the day he's going to score to make it 4-2, and then it's going to be 5-2 as well from Taif Chong, which is fair enough because he's quite a decent card. And then we're just going to sort of quit the game with 5 minutes to go. There's no point saying a game that we're 3-0 down in, well, 3 goals down should I say. So that means that we are literally 4-6 in the weekend league, which is genuinely terrible. And we'll just sort of see what happens in the next episode of what we're going to do. Well, actually, I'll tell you. We're just going to stay at 4 wins because I couldn't be bothered. So anyway, that's going to pretty much wrap up the end of the episode, and I'll catch you next one tomorrow. Peace.